Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be looking through my Harry Potter mug collection, and when I tell you we have so many mugs, I mean we have so many mugs. So if you want to see what we've got, and some really cool like 2000 mugs as well are in the mix, then make sure you keep watching because we're going to go through them now. Okay guys, so this video is going to be split into two halves. Still one video, but just two halves. First half is going to be all about the mugs that we have for kind of like everyday use and things that I've got maybe displayed from my room. And then the second half is going to be vintage mugs that my mum has bought or we've got for my mum. We have a bit of a vintage collection. However, they're all displayed in a cupboard. But before we get the vintage mugs out, I wanted to show you all of the other mugs, glasses, bottles and things that we have. And then show you the vintage ones separately, just because they're from I think either Royal Doulton or Churchill, and they're really, really cool. But because my table is filled with mugs, I didn't want to then put these ones on and risk accidentally knocking them over. Okay, so let's get going. The first mug we're going to start with is this one. I believe this was an Asda mug. This is an I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. I love this one. We used to have two of them, I think, and I'm pretty sure I was given this one as a present from a friend at one point in time. I love this mug, but you can tell it's getting old just by the way it's discolouring and where it's been used a lot. The next mug we're going to look at is one that I have on display upstairs on my Death Eater shelf. So this is a dark mark mug, and it is very Death Eater coded. It actually came with a pair of Death Eater socks, and it's from HMV. I believe with the mug and the socks, I think it was around £10, and it's so cute. I love it. I've never actually drunk from it. I've always had it on display upstairs. It had the socks in it for a while, and then I took the socks out and started wearing them. But now it sits on my like little Death Eater shelf, which I've actually moved. It used to be up on the side by my window, but it's actually now on one of my units. And I've got this in here, which I forgot to show you guys during my Harry Potter pin collection because I'd forgotten it was in this mug. This is a Wizarding Trunk Inquisitorial Squad pin. I can never say the word, and I'm debating it, but it's that pin, and Dara kindly gifted me that at Christmas in one of the advent calendars she made me. If you haven't seen them, you can go watch them at the link above. The next mug we have got is a Wizarding Trunk mug. So this is a Potions Cauldron one. I love this mug so much because I love the way it has like the green potion like spilling all over it. I think it looks very cool and very aesthetic. Again, I don't actually drink from this. This is displayed on my potion shelf, and I just think it is super cool and super cute, and it's one of my favourite mugs ever. And on the back it says HBP, which is the Half-Blood Prince. Yeah, it's just really magical and I love it. The next set of mugs that I'm going to show you all came from the Warner Brothers Studio Tour or the Platform 9 3/4 shop. So the first one we have is this Fantastic Beasts mug, which is so cute. So it says this: for all America witches, the witch's friend, New York, the Nomad way. And I love the blues and I love the yellow. I love the fact that it's like really gorgeous, like bright yellow on the inside and this really stunning blue on the outside. This is from when they had the Fantastic Beasts merch out. Again, it's from the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. We haven't actually used this cup in a while. I think it's been sat in the back of a cupboard just because some of our mugs we do try and keep, we swap them out. I really do like this one. I can't remember if we bought this in a sale or if we just bought it when it came out, but it is a very nice, cute little mug. I know that some people love Fantastic Beasts, some people don't. I liked Fantastic Beasts, not as much. I mean, I've been a bit vocal on here. I love the first one and I really like the third one. I think the second one's okay, but I haven't watched it for a while. Bit gutted it's not being finished, but there's not much we can do about that really. The next mug I got is also a Fantastic Beasts mug. So this is a Newt Scamander mug. Now I have a key ring and I think a pin that's the exact same design, but it's in orange. This one is very grey, very like dull, but it is very cool. And we love this sort of size mug in our house. For like squash and things like that, these mugs are amazing. And this one was also from the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, but Fantastic Beasts. I believe this is one of the very first mugs that we ever bought from the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. I've got a feeling this could be from our very first visit. I might be wrong, and I'm going to have to double check with Mama Kathy or she can let us know in the comments. But I'm absolutely certain this is one of the first mugs that we got from there back in like 2012. We have this Marauders map mug, which is just so gorgeous. I love the Marauders map. I think it is a very, very cool magical object. I love the fact that this has loads of footsteps across it, that this is all sort of like a 3D effect, which I think is super cool. And I know that this is my brother's mug, and I know it's definitely one of his favourites because I know he does use it quite often. And I like the 3D effect on the front as well. It is just like plain brown on the inside. And again, you can see it's been very well used and very well loved from the Warner Brothers studio tour. I am doing quite a bit of content around that at the moment, just because it is somewhere that I have been to quite regularly. I feel like I know a fair bit about, and I often get asked, like, how do you book your tickets? How do you find the transport? How do you find your hotels? So what I thought was it might be nice to make like a little series of stuff where I can explain that to you guys and show you, because if there are people like on Instagram or just out and about who are asking me, then I'm guessing there are other people that also want to know how to do those things as well. So I figured that, you know, videos like that would be helpful for you guys. So the next mug, I think we've got 3 or 4 of these, but I've only got 2 of them out, are the Gringotts Bank mugs from when I believe Gringotts Bank opened at the Warner Brothers studio tour. I can't remember the exact year now, but it was quite a few years back now, and they made a load of mugs specifically for Gringotts Bank. They might sell this one, but I don't think they do. I don't remember seeing this one when I last went. I will double check if anybody knows, and let us know down in the comments. But I've got 2 of them here, and I think there's 2 more in the cupboard, so we all have one each. But yeah, I just really, really love these mugs. Again, they've got the licensing on the bottom from the making of Harry Potter. The next mug you'll have definitely seen in the vlog. If you've watched my full tour of the Warner Brothers studio tour shop, then you'll have seen this. If you haven't, make sure you go watch it over here, because I go through a full in-depth tour of everything that you can get at the Warner Brothers studio tour, with prices included, and showed you around, because that main shop at the tour is humongous. So this is one of my mum's favourite mugs. It is the Hufflepuff mug. I believe this was around £15. And I just love the fact that it's like 2-toned, and it's got this really lovely like etching in it. It's like very 3D, and it has a really nice texture to it. And I know for a fact this is my mum's favourite mug. Like, we literally use this mug for her all the time. And if it's not there, then we will wash it up, because yeah, she just loves this. I think all 4 houses on our little mug tidy would look so adorable. For our next mug, we have got this one. Now, I did buy this when I went to the Warner Brothers studio tour last year. Unfortunately, keeps forgetting that it can't go in the dishwasher, so it has got destroyed. I'm a bit gutted, but you know, we can still use it. It's not like the end of the world. I am gutted about it, but you know, it was a beautiful mug. I do love it. You'll know if it's from the Warner Brothers studio tour because it has got branding on the bottom, although this one just says Wizarding World. It actually doesn't say the Warner Brothers studio tour, but I did buy it from there, so that's interesting to see how the branding's changed over time. The next one from the Warner Brothers studio tour is a bottle. Now, unfortunately, I do love their bottles, but these ones come off really easily, like the vinyl they use. I haven't used this that much. I also have the Happy Birthday Harry one. I don't know where it is, but all of the writing has come off the top. I literally just wiped it over with a bit of cold water at work, and the writing just like came straight off. If I've still got the picture, I'll insert it here. I don't know if I do. So I do love this, but these do get damaged quite easily. I believe this was probably about £15–20. I got this May of 25. I'm pretty sure this was May of 25. And yeah, I do really love this, but as you can see, it has got a bit destroyed. So I would probably use this more for the car, or for like if I'm going somewhere, and like it doesn't matter if it gets ruined because it's already all coming apart. But I did still love this for the time that I got to use it. I think this is from the Warner Brothers studio tour, but I'm not sure. It's been in the cupboard for quite a long time. It's just a Hogwarts house crest glass, and it's really hard to see here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it has actually got the houses in etched the whole way around. I'm not sure if you can actually see it, but it looks like it's dirty, but it's not. It's literally just got all of the Hogwarts emblems and etched the whole way around, but it's in a very, very light, like whitey grey, so it is kind of hard to see. Also from the studio tour, we have got this. Now, if you saw my video last week where I do my haul of everything that I bought at the Warner Brothers studio tour, you'll have seen this. I got this for £5. It was originally 15, but I got it on sale for £5. If you go to the tour anytime soon, you may still be lucky enough to get one. They did have a fair amount of them when I went, but whether they're still there, I'm not sure. I haven't used this yet. I'm very excited to use this. We have these ones, which I showed you in my haul video, which are for my mum. So we've got the Christmas Harry and Ron mugs. If you want to see those more in depth, then you can go and watch that in that video, just because I'm not going to get them out now, as they are for my mum's present, so I don't want to keep taking them in and out. We have quite a few of these upstairs, or I do anyway. We have these butterbeer little tankards. Now they do them slightly differently every now and again, but these, I don't know when these are from, maybe like 2022, 23, maybe before then. As you can see, I use them to put stuff in. This one had all of my like Taylor Swift and Harry Potter bracelets in it at one point. It's only got 2 in there now, but it does normally have like a bottle of butterbeer in it. But these you get with the butterbeer when you're there, so it's around, I think, £5.95. It might have gone up by now, but that's usually how much these are. I'm not actually sure what these are from. It says they're Wizarding World Half Moon Base, so I'm going to guess that's potentially the make. These are some really gorgeous Harry Potter glasses. So she has 2 of them, and they're all Diagon Alley themed, so it's got all of the shots from Diagon Alley on them. I'm really hoping that you can actually see it. I can't tell because the screen is so small, but we have 2 of those glasses, which are absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much. I think they are presents from my mum's friend, but I can't be 100% sure. Another one, which I think was a present from my mum's friend, is this Hufflepuff mug, which says patience, dedication, and loyalty on it, which is so cute. And I know mum loves using this mug as well. We have also got, one part of the lettering has come off, but at one point they had these in Asda's. It was years and years and years ago, and there was an N. We had one for each member of the family, and the letters have come off. So as you can see, there is no letter on that. And to be fair, behind me is a cupboard full of vinyl, so technically I could just put some more on. But I haven't yet. But yeah, you could get these from Asda's. It's like a little cauldron mug, and it's very cute. I don't know how many times I said cute. I feel like I'm getting back into that saying cute thing again, and I need to not. We then have what one of my lovely friends actually made. So my friend Holly Juice Potion was having a little bit of a clear out, and she makes divination cups. So I ordered, and I've got one for my mum, which is over there. I'm not going to go and get it just because she's displayed it so nicely, so I don't want to move it. But I ordered for myself and my mum this divination little set. So it comes with this little bowl, which is very cute, very vintage, and this little mug. And then on the inside, she has hand painted the Grim. Isn't that insane? She's literally done that by hand. I will never get over the talent of that. That is so cool. I think this must be maybe her initials on the bottom. Because it's got HCH 2026, and her first name is Holly. So I'm assuming that is just so that I know who has done it. And yeah, it just looks very cute. It looks like something you would see in the divination classroom if you were going to see Professor Trelawney. And I really, really like it. That cost me, well, it was £20. I think it was £20 included in postage and packaging, or it might have been £20 plus postage and packaging for myself and my mum to have one, so it was around £10 each, and I just think they're brilliant, and I can't wait to have that on display in my room at some point in time. I haven't currently displayed it because I want to redo some of the shelving so that it can actually sit on it without the risk, because basically one of my shelves fell down the other day. Luckily it only had Loungefly bags on it and there was nothing breakable on it, but it did fall off, so I really need to go through and redo the shelves, which is why I've not done a shelf tour, because they're not ready to go yet. And the last mug that we have in this section, it's technically a vintage one, but I don't know any information about it because I can't see any information on the bottom, is this Quidditch one, which is super duper cool, and I really, really like it. We do use this one quite regularly, so that's why I'm showing you this mug in this section, because we do use it. And yeah, I really like that mug. It is now time to go on to part 2, where we're going to go through all of the other vintage mugs that we have. I believe are the vintage mugs from a company called Churchill, and we collect these mugs, but that one has been used a lot. And we also have, and if anybody remembers these cool little cups. So that is the ones we're going to start with. We have these really cool lenticular cups, which are from Coca-Cola. Now, all of ours are Chamber of Secrets related, and these are from 2002. We had more of these, I think, when I was younger, and I've always absolutely loved these. We definitely used to drink out of these when I was younger, but we don't really use them to drink out of as much. And I just think they are so cool. I'm loving all the colours of this. And it has our original Dumbledore. And the next one we have is when they're making and drinking Polyjuice potion. Ron and Harry looking at putting in their hairs and then drinking it. Then you've got Hermione on the floor who's making and then I want to say drinking it. And then as you go around, you've got Hermione who's got the book to look at. And I love it because like everything kind of moves and shines. Even the potions on the bottom move and shine, which is really fun. So you can see that the boys are in the flying car. And I know from where I am, the flying car's moving. I think on the other side, it goes from Harry to Ron. I just think this one is super duper cool, super duper fun. And I love the fact that the logo like moves as well. I'm hoping you guys are getting the full effect. The reason I'm looking so dead eye at the camera is so I'm trying to see if you can actually see it. Like, look, the car's moving, which is so cool. And then Ron, Harry, Ron, Harry, Ron, Harry. And then finally we have a Quidditch one where Harry's going for the snitch. Malfoy's trying to get him too. You've got other players on the side that are also trying to get it as well. It's very cool because it does look like he's literally just reaching for it, that they're all moving. Looks like the crowds are cheering and all the people are moving on the bottom. I could not tell you how much these were. These are from 2002. I can ask my mum if she remembers. I love these ones. These are really, really fun. And I don't know what else to say apart from the fact that I love them and they just bring nostalgia for me. The next lot we got are mugs that have never, ever, ever been used. So I don't actually know if there is an order to these. I don't think there is particularly. The first one I've got here, you can see you got Hedwig on the side with what I think could be a letter. Yeah, a letter in her mouth. And as you go around, you can see Dobby. So we have a depiction of what Dobby looks like. And then we have Harry who's looking quite flustered and like, what are you doing here? And then we have the logo on the side. I love the fact that on the handle it also says Harry Potter. Then on the bottom it says Harry Potter and this is from series 2. And then on the inside it says Dobby. So if you weren't sure you could see it with on the inside. This one is really cute. The next one we've got is from the Chamber of Secrets. It is depicting when Fawkes brings Harry the hat with the Gryffindor sword in it for when he is fighting the basilisk in the Chamber of Secrets. And I love the colours, like it's really poppy, really vibrant, really shows that scene well, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love the sorting hat on the bottom. I think you can see the sword of Gryffindor, or yes, you can see Harry's hand just reaching for and got hold of the sword of Gryffindor. You can see the basilisk, you can see Harry, and it's got the logo again, it's got the logo on the handle, and it's also got Fawkes the Phoenix in the inside, which is really sweet as well. These are really lightweight compared to the mugs that they've done for newer collections. These are incredibly lightweight. Like if you were to drop them, they would just smash. And I know any mug would, but I just feel like these ones would break easier than some of like the more thick, heavy duty mugs, which depending on the surface may bounce, which is why I'm being extremely careful with these ones. So the next one we have got is also from the Chamber of Secrets. It says on the bottom, Harry Potter Floo Powder Cedar mug. So this is depicting when Harry uses the Floo powder and gets it wrong. And he says diagonally instead of Diagon Alley when he is at the Weasleys, at the Burrow. And it is showing him falling through with the Floo powder, then the signs of the shops, and then it is showing him at the side. I think they're all really cool. Like I feel like I can't describe any of them as not being cool or looking great. I love the colours on this. They pop so well. I do think the designers of these mugs really found a great way to make the colours pop on the mugs and make them all different, but also feel so cohesive at the same time. Like when you see them all lined up, they look really cohesive. And on the inside of this one, it says Diagon Alley. It has like a potion symbol. I think it's just supposed to be like a general Diagon Alley sign, which is really cool. Next one that we are going to look at is depicting Harry's 11th birthday on one side and Hagrid delivering him to the Dursleys on the other. So the first side that we've got is Hagrid on the flying motorbike flying over England to take him to the Dursleys. And then on this side, we again have Hagrid, but with Harry 11 years later going shopping in Diagon Alley, giving Harry an owl, which we will later know as Hedwig, to him for his 11th birthday. And isn't this just beautiful? Like, how beautiful is this? And it's really lovely to see, like, you know, Hagrid holding Harry as a little baby here, and then him taking him to Diagon Alley for the first time as an 11-year-old. And the inside is Hedwig, which is super cute as well. Gosh, I feel like I've said cute a million times in this video. So the next mug that we have in this collection is actually very similar to the one I just showed you, but it is depicting Gringotts Bank. We've seen Harry, Hagrid and one of the goblins going on the minecart down to the Potter Vault. And then on the other side, we are seeing we're seeing Hagrid and Harry entering the Potter Vault for the very, very first time. And I'm really hoping that reflection isn't causing too much of an issue, because I can see a reflection from the corner of the camera. I will definitely put a close-up in. What I do love about this as well is, instead of having Harry Potter written down the handle on this one, it says Galleons, Sickles and Knuts, or Nuts, whatever you want to say. Galleons, Sickles and Knuts. And then it has one depicted on the side, and then on the inside it has the other two depicted. I really like the colouring of this one. I think the pink makes the rest of it pop out nicely. And this is, I don't know, I think this must be a series 1, but I don't want to take the tag off the bottom. So, oh, hold on, we got a tag on the inside. What does it say? This is a 2001 Churchill. So I'm going to guess this is a series 1. This one we have got, now these change shape, so they start going into this style of mug. We have got a Hermione Granger one. It says Hermione levitates mug on the bottom. So on one side we have Hermione flying through the air, and then on the other side we have her doing some magic. I really like this. I really like the way it depicts Hermione. I like the way that you can see like the different versions of the robe. You can see her levitating a feather, so we can definitely see the swish and flick. And then I really like the way we also see her on this first side that I showed you on her broomstick, because I feel like we don't really get to see Hermione on her broomstick on much. I feel like it's not really depicted. We don't really see many things that depict her flying. And then it says Hermione in this really cool font down the side there. This one doesn't have anything on the handle, and there's nothing on the inside. I believe this is still a Churchill mug. It is still a Churchill mug. It's just a different version of it. I have another one which is characters, but this time it's themed to both Harry and Ron. So on one side, we have Harry on his broomstick, catching the snitch. And then on the other side, we have Ron on his broomstick. And it does look like he's looking back at Harry, who's catching the snitch. And I really love the fact that you got like the stars, which I'm pretty sure is on the chapters. I'm not sure if it's just the American versions or if they had them on the UK ones. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so you can see those on there. You've obviously got the Harry Potter logo, and then it says Harry and Ron in that really cool font again down the middle. I like the way this one is backed with like red on it, because that helps it stand out. I like the way that these ones have like the little frame around them. I do think that helps the rest of the picture kind of stand out a little bit. Now we've only got three more mugs. One of them isn't in a set, so I'm going to show you these two and then the one in the set. I think this is one my brother and I bought my mum for Christmas. Alongside this one, we got her this really cool Quidditch one. So it depicts the Quidditch, I think, that we saw on the other mug that we use. And it has Harry, and he's flying, and you can see that you've got the Slytherins and the Gryffindors are also flying. And then as you turn it, you've got this lovely like purple, which I think is very prominent for a lot of the first book stuff. Like I feel like for the first film, you definitely saw a lot of purple. And it says Harry Potter Quidditch with 2 broomsticks, the snitch and some stars going around it. And then on the handle, we can see really cool purple background. And then we can see Harry Potter's scar. So this was a really fun one. Oh, and I forgot on the inside has a golden snitch as well. Every time I say golden snitch, I have to stop myself from going to say stitch, because they're just so similar of a word, because I've said it so many times. That's that one. And then the last one, which I know we didn't buy for Mum, but it's got lots of random bits on the inside. Oh, does this one say where it's from? I think this might also be a Churchill's one, because it's got the same like logo and it says series 1 on the bottom. So I'm assuming that's also a Churchill's one, but in a slightly different format. And then the final one we've got outside of a box is this one. And this is so cool. This is from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's another character one. It's a Hagrid one. It says Ruby as Hagrid down the middle. And on one side we can see Norbert. Obviously Norbert is in the film a little bit, but Norbert actually in the books, I'm hoping that I'm not spoiling anything, but in the books, I love the way that Harry, Ron and Hermione actually write to Charlie Weasley, and then Charlie Weasley and his friends come to pick up Norbert at midnight because Hagrid can't have it. And I don't feel like it's ever explained where the dragon goes in the films. I think the only reason that my brain connects it is because I've read the first book so many times. But yeah, I think that is definitely something you miss out if you only watch the films. I don't remember it ever being mentioned in the films, but I could be wrong. I might have to go back and watch. But then on this side, you've also got Hagrid when Norbert has just hatched, and Hagrid's like, he knows his mummy. And you can see that Harry, Ron and Hermione are all depicted there as well, looking quite gobsmacked that they're looking at a dragon, especially as it is illegal to keep dragons in Wizarding England. Again, this one doesn't have anything in the rim. This one does say Churchill. This is a 2001 copyrighted mug. So yeah, that is all the mugs there. We do have, as I said, one more left. This is a set that I bought for my mum for Christmas from Vinted, actually. You'd be surprised what things you can find on Vinted. This is the Quidditch breakfast set. Now, this is really cool because you get the mug, the plate, and the bowl. I'm going to gently try and get these out. I just don't want to break them, as A, they are my mum's, and B, they are a vintage set, which can be a little bit tricky to get hold of these vintage sets. We got a really good deal. I can't remember how much it was. Now, I will say these haven't been out, apart from, I think, for potentially my mum to look at. So they might be a little bit dusty because they've been sat on the shelves. So this is the bowl, which is made with Churchill. I've just seen it on the back. And I really like this because it's got like the original Harry Potter logo, and then it's got the golden snitch going around it, and it has the purple rim. And again, as I said, it says it's Churchill on the back. We then have the mug, which pretty much matches it. So it is all themed on the Golden Snitch, Quidditch and the Nimbus 2000. So you can see that it has got the Nimbus 2000 written on the side. You can see the Nimbus 2000 has Quidditch in nice big letters. And it has a lot of the different like balls and bits of magic on the front. I really, really like this mug. I really like the colours of it. I just think it's really pretty. It doesn't have anything on the rim on the inside, and then it just has the trademarking, which says 2002 and Churchill's and Harry Potter on the bottom. And then finally from this set, we have got the plate, which I think is pretty similar to the bowl, but it says Quidditch on the top and sort of has like magic going around it. With the golden snitch. So this is what the plate looks like. Again, it is a little dusty, but that is what the plate looks like. And I just think this is really lovely. Like, it's really nice to see the things that they did make for the original Harry Potter films and the original Harry Potter merchandise, because some of this is also potentially to do with the books, because some of it looks more book themed than it is for the films, because they had slightly different branding. But yeah, that is my Harry Potter mug collection. There's potentially more mugs around the house, and if I find them, then I will do a part 2. I'll add it into another video, because I'm going to go through my Disney mugs and then my travel mugs, because I seem to have a lot of those for some reason as well. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below, do you have any of these mugs? Are there any that you're trying to collect, or any you think that I should get? If you would like to see more of my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you are notified every single time I upload. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click here. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you're having a magical day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!